What's up guys, this is Retro Collector 101 back here with another video, and in this video we will be taking a look at the Turbo Grafx 16, and I am going to be telling you guys whether you should buy it and why it is really my personal favorite console out there. So throughout this video, we will be going through a three-step process. Number one being its features, its controls, and all that stuff. Number two being its games, and number three being why you should buy it, and maybe a few add-ons along the way. So anyways, guys, why don't we get straight into the video. So what this handheld is really about are the shoot 'em ups. So the shoot 'em ups are probably what this console is all about. This is what really makes this console stand out compared to its competitors. So this system also has a CD add-on that can go with this, and that opens it up to a whole brand new library. I personally don't suggest it to you guys, but you can always get it if you want. So this console is sadly region locked. So that means that there's a Japanese version of this console, and this cannot play Japanese games. So sadly, I actually have one Japanese game right here. It is called Dragon Spirit, and I got it for super cheap, and it's for the PC Engine, so I cannot really play on the system. But anyways, that's not really the biggest deal. So this console is, again, mainly about the shoot 'em ups. So what's so good about the shoot 'em ups? Well, this console has a lot of shoot 'em up games, and they're just all a lot of fun, especially since the controller, which I have right here, has a special function called Turbo, where the ship can basically fly a lot faster than normal. So that's what is really my favorite about the system. I think that it's really an underrated console, and this is mainly because this is really the only good console at shoot 'em ups compared to its competitors. Like the SNES maybe has a few good ones, not that many though. They're mainly about the RPGs or the other types of games out there, right? So this is really why I suggest the Turbo Grafx if you like shooters. So anyways guys, why don't we talk about the controller. So taking a look at the controller, it has very clicky buttons. The run and select ones are membrane, and it does have the special turbo function. The turbo function is what makes it control the ship faster, like I said before. This is really a good controller, but the one downside is that the console can only support one of the controllers, not multiple. Actually, it can support multiple controllers, but you do need to get a special add-on that can let you play with four other controllers. Now, one thing that you may notice is that my controller is third party. This one's actually quite similar to the original, which is why I'm just using this one for the video. The cord is relatively short and is quite short on the original console as well. It's something that's really unfortunate, but there is a solution. So Hyperkin actually makes these great third-party controllers with much longer cords, and I really suggest it to you guys if you sit farther away from the television. Now that you know a bit about the controller, why don't we take a deeper look at the console. So looking at the console, it's actually quite nice. So you can see right here that it says Turbo Grafx right there. It's nice and colorful, and no, they did this on purpose. They misspelled graphics right there. Now, one downside or one caveat with this console is that it does not use AV. So it uses RF out, I think. So that means that the video quality is terrible or not that great, and you really need one of those super old TVs to support that. But there is actually a solution. So again, Hyperkin comes in to save the day with this great add-on right here. So this add-on basically allows this console to use AV. So you can use this AV and then connect it to an HDMI, or you can get a cable that is truly just HDMI. So I really love this add-on. It's something I use. I just honestly wish that it was gray so that it would go with the console. Now the console is actually quite small. It's not that big compared to the other consoles. It's well built. If you do notice, it does usually come with a back plate that I do have but don't have on me right now. And then there is the cartridge slot right here. So this backplate area is actually used for a lot of the add-ons. So this is how you connect the CD add-on and also this type of add-on. So Turbo Grafx actually made a real add-on that looked like this but had the backplate connected to it. It's obviously a lot more expensive, which is why I suggest this one for you guys to use. Now, taking a look at the cartridge slot, there's just one thing that you guys need to know. So the day I got my console, I put my cartridge in and wanted to play it, but it seemed like the console wasn't reading it. So I thought that my console was broken and did a bunch of research on how to fix it, but honestly, it was not broken. So there is one thing that a lot of these Turbo Grafx 16's consoles share in common. That is that they put the reader a bit too in front of how far you can stick back the cartridge. So basically, if you want to play a game like Blazing Lasers and you stick it right in, it won't read it if it's pushed in all the way to the back. What you actually need to do is pull this power button over there, and then this part that you can probably barely pick up that is right there will hold the cartridge in place. Then you just need to pull it out a tiny bit. I know you guys probably cannot catch that, but once you get the consoles in your hand, you will totally understand. So that's just one thing that I'm just letting you guys know so that you don't pull my move and go searching up, oh, why doesn't my console work? Or why cannot it read the cartridges? So the first game that I suggest for this system is Blazing Lasers. This game really utilizes the turbo effect very, very well. It is a very fun game to play and is not that too difficult to pick up. So this is honestly the first game I suggest. It's very alien-like. I'll just pop up a clip of the game playing up here so that you can see it for yourself. It's very spacey, very alien-like. You can get these add-ons along the way, and it's just very fun and is something that you don't need to spend your whole day playing. It's just something that you can just turn on the spot and start playing right away. The next game that I suggest is probably gonna be Dragon Spirit. So Dragon Spirit is actually a Japanese game originally, but you can find it on the Turbo Grafx for not that expensive. I only have it for the PC Engine, meaning I cannot play it at the moment because I only found it for pretty cheap actually in Vancouver. So now, why don't we move on to a game that isn't a shooter? So this game is Bonk's Adventure. Bonk's Adventure was really the mascot of Turbo Grafx, like how Sonic the Hedgehog was the mascot for the Sega Genesis. So Bonk's Adventure is a lot of fun. You basically need to move around like Super Mario and can complete these levels. It's a lot of fun. Totally a game that I suggest to you, and is something that actually has some sequels surprisingly on different consoles that isn't the Turbo Grafx 16. Now lastly is the most basic game you can basically think of on the planet. This game is Splatterhouse. So if you don't know, this game is a very freaky type of game for its time. I'll just pop up a photo of it right here. You can get different weapons, you can go around and basically kill people and complete missions. It's a lot of fun, a very basic game, but sadly can go for quite a bit for the Turbo Grafx 16 and for other consoles as well. Splatterhouse is the most, it's the one game that everyone knows about. If you are a collector like me, you know how hard it is to find Splatterhouse for any console whatsoever. Anyways guys, if you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And if you want to see more content like this one, then you can hit on my channel in the comment section below, and you'll see a lot of videos covering different consoles and different handhelds. Anyways guys, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye!